Alright, I feel like doing one of the, well, not one of the single worst EV event that Magic Online offers, and that's a pre-release sealed. Uh, it's it's terrible for profit, but it's also very fun, especially because I don't go to normal pre-releases. So it's the first time I've gotten to play with these cards, and so I'm definitely going to record this because it's something that I know I myself really enjoy watching pre-releases, and there aren't a lot of them. You gotta wait a whole week before release events start, and people start recording those. So I'm gonna fork up the 30 tickets to give this a go, and hopefully get lucky because the cards are ridiculously inflated in price, and so you can make your money back that way. But here we go. It's starting. So there goes my 30 tickets, and now I just gotta hope to connect with this pack opening. Alright, sort by rarity. Okay. Um, doesn't look like I got anything amazing money-wise, but I'm looking at this double fireball here, and that looks pretty good. Also, looking at my rares, this one is a giant flying dude, so he's like great. He's a bomb. He's not one of the best bombs, but yeah, he's a bomb. You love to have a 12-12 flyer, so you're gonna play him. So I want to play this guy. Also want to play these fireballs. Let's see, Archdruid. If I have a number of other elves, that's fine, because it produces enough mana. This thing is ridiculous. So I also want to see if I can play this, but that's triple red, triple black. It's not too much of a problem. Suture Ghoul, not so good. I mean, if the game goes on late, then you get a big guy with trample. But then if they bounce him, it's worth nothing, and it costs 7 mana to play again. You can't even get anything out of him, so he's not that great. I'm probably not going to play him. Phantasmal Image seems fine. It's just a very cheap clone that gives the guy a drawback, and then Reverberate is probably not the best. Although there's probably a few good things to copy that people will be playing in sealed. But I might just leave it in the sideboard and bring it in if I don't have amazing things to copy myself. This, I'm pretty sure this works, Reverberating Fireball. Yeah, if you copy it, the X stays copied, and then you may choose new targets. So however much X you put into it, you get to choose new X. I'm not sure how the one more to cast for each target works. I guess you just get the same number of targets, yeah, and then however much X is put in, that's however much is divided amongst the targets for each copy. So now let's sort by color. So those are really the rares I want to play. And let's see what kind of good things we get. I know red has gotten significantly improved in M12 from M11. So we got Chandra's Outrage. There's a Hellhound, and we do have a Tunneler, so Hellhound looks pretty good. Blood Ogre, this thing's great. We got that Reverberate, Act Treason. Slaughter Cries is a good trick. There's a lot more blocking because people don't want to, especially when they know you have Bloodthirst creatures, they don't want to let you get through for damage. So if there's a lot more blocking, Slaughter Cry gets good. Combust, which is a good sideboard card. This guy is great in a really aggressive deck. Like he's 3/3, very hard to block for 2, and if I can get like at least 4 1-drops, then I think I'll play him. Warpaint, probably not the best aura. Fling is better than it used to be because the format is more aggressive, so it's something to think about. And yeah, this Stormblood Berserker. So Goblin Tunneler can get through none of my guys so far, so we're gonna have to see. I'm not gonna put him in unless I can get some more guys in. I see Tormented Soul here. That's a good Bloodthirst enabler. I also see Doomblade. Let's start bringing in this stuff. So Doomblade, Disentomb can make the deck. Taste of Blood, probably not. Not going to have enough Bloodthirst to make that really good. Tormented Soul, probably. Ring Flesh is pretty good. There's quite a few one toughness guys that you want to get rid of, like the mage cycle looters. This guy, Tormented Soul. Bloodseeker can be fine, and he's a guy that I could bring this in to do a damage per turn. This is unplayable. Dark Favor can be good if I have some hexproof guys, which it doesn't look like unless I have the flying one. But probably not something I want to start. Distress not great, Warpath Ghoul not great, Gravedigger is good. Diabolic Tutor is good. I can get Pharaoh or Hellkite. And Outcast is really good. If you can get Bloodthirst, it's a 4/4 lifelink for 4, which is great. So that's what I got in black. So, let's see. Ooh, in white we've got Sarah Angel. If I wanted to get aggressive, we've got War Horses, and I could combo that with Tunneler. Griffin Sentinel, Siege Mastodon is fine. This guy is good. I'd play this. Oromancer would depend how many auras we had. Pegasus is good. Pacifism and Lawkeeper. Wow, my white looks really good. Then in blue we have these bears are fine for aggressive. Anything that's going to kill them, anything that can target them is usually going to kill them anyway, unless they have a Lawkeeper or an Alluring Siren. Ponder seems fine. 2 Merfolk Looters. Oh geez. Divination. Cancel is good. Master Thief is probably worth starting in sealed because everyone's going to be playing like at least one good artifact you can steal. Skywinder Drake is good. Mind Control is insane. And if I was playing blue, I'd play Phantasmal Image. Although how good it is would depend on how good how many good enter the battlefield abilities I have. So let's see what I have in green. These are fine big creatures. That one's pretty good, but got significantly worse in M12 because of Incinerate. Giant Spider is good. I would probably play this, although it's worse than Llanowar Elves, but I do have an Elves. Arachnus Web is good. And Trollhide is good. And with Trollhide I would probably play Sacred Wolves. Though I don't know if I would play 2. Green doesn't look amazing. It's got Trollhide, Llanowar Elves, Cudgel Troll. It's really standouts, which isn't awesome. So Thran Golem, if I can get 2 or 3 auras that are good, then that gets pretty insane. But can you not sort by card type? No, doesn't look like you can. My auras that I have are Warpaint and Trollhide, so I don't think it's going to make it. That's obviously not going to make it. My white looks pretty stacked, and my 2 Merfolk Looters also look very good. And my Mind Control. Those are the things that make me really want to play blue. My Vengeful Pharaoh, Vampire Outcast, Gravedigger, Doomblade, those all make me really want to play black. If I just don't play Furyborn Hellkite, I can easily splash 2 Fireballs. And a Blood Ogre, probably. If I, let's move this over here. So if I take that out, I would have to take out Outrage and Hellkite. Then I could add in another color and just splash the red. So I'm looking at either Looters and Mind Control, which looks very good, or Lawkeeper, Pacifism, Pegasus, Malice Veteran. I don't know if I could play War Horses. Sarah Angel. Those also look very good. Oh, totally missed this. Obviously, Air Elemental is great. So yeah, I think I definitely want to play black. Now I have to choose between blue and white. So I'm not playing green. I can put those back. And if I were to play blue, how many... well, first of all, would I be playing Bloodseeker? I'd probably be playing... How many Bloodthirst guys would I have? Blood Ogre and the Vampire one. But Ring Flesh is still... I mean, not Ring Flesh. Tormented Soul is still just very good as an aggressive creature. It'd be a lot better if I had some kind of aura. Which I don't really have anything I can bring in, because I don't really want to be playing Warpaint. It's just not amazing enough that I want to splash it, because I'm not going to have very many mountains. Well, if I want to go more aggressive, I think white looks better for that. It's got Banalish Veterans, Storm from Pegasus, Pacifism, Lawkeeper, Sarah Angel, maybe Warhorses. Though blue's got the Bears. Blue definitely has the better... blue's also got the Skywinder Drake, but it definitely has the more controlling cards in Mind Control and Merfolk Looters. If I take these out, how many do I have? That's 23 cards. If I take these out, 22 cards. I guess that makes sense because there's one more blue card than white. Well, let's switch to converted mana cost now. How many mountains would I have to be playing? Blood Ogre, I don't know. It might just end up not making it as good as it is, as hard as it is for them to block. Just not reliably. I would have to put some more mountains in to be able to play it. I could probably play just 2 fireballs off 3 mountains. But just 3 mountains is probably not enough to play Blood Ogre, so I'm probably not going to play that. Just going to splash the fireballs. Thinking what would be easier for colors. Phantasmal Bears are only pretty good if you get them down early because they're very aggressive. They're good Bloodthirst enablers as 1-drops, though. But now I only have one Bloodthirst guy. This guy's also a Bloodthirst enabler. So if I was looking at going a bit heavier red, I could look at that and that again, but I don't think I want to. So if I don't have all the Bloodthirst, Phantasmal Bear loses a bit of its luster as it gets outclassed pretty quickly. So if I wasn't looking at them, Master Thief seems less than awesome. I mean, he's good, he's fine, but he's not amazing. 2/2 for 4 mana for a 2/2 that can steal an artifact if they've got a good one. I mean, I for one don't have any artifacts. It wouldn't work against me. So all I have to think about is these Warhorses, really. If I was able to play them. Looters could help me find my mountains. Let's see. I don't know if I can really play Armored Warhorses. I'm not all that aggressive, and the double white is pretty prohibitive. So if that's the case, then maybe I'm wanting to take out the white. I really don't like leaving Lawkeeper and Pacifism and Sarah Angel aside. If I do leave out the white, then I'm looking at this, plus I'd bring this guy back in. 20 cards. I don't know about the Bears. Tormented Soul doesn't actually seem at all amazing. With one Bloodthirst guy and no equipment and no auras. If I were to take that out, maybe I would just have to play some of these red cards. Now I've taken out all my Bloodthirst enablers. Okay, so say I did play this, then played this. That's 21. So I'd be looking for 2 more cards. I suppose I could just play the bears. Could get a bit of an aggressive start going. The looters kind of don't work so much with that, but bear into Bloodseeker, Blood Ogre, or Skywinder Drake seems pretty good. Finish up with a Pharaoh or a Vampire. I can't play this anymore. See, Disentomb, that's 14 creatures. One of them is Sengir Vampire. Vengeful Pharaoh isn't too important to Disentomb. I can get that back anyway whenever anyone's attacking me. Goblin Tunneler gets through Master Thief for just normal 2, Gravedigger for a normal 2. Bloodseeker is pretty irrelevant. Getting through 1 is not too important. It gets through bears. No, it doesn't get through bears. It kills a bear, which is not good. So I can also bring in Turn to Frog, which seems really bad against Bloodthirst guys. Seems fine to sideboard in though. Oh, whoa! I didn't look at my time. Go down an island. Now I have to do this quickly. And I wanted to add 1 more card, so I'll add in Frost Breath. I'm now re-recording the audio over the end of this after the tournament, just to explain a few things, because I didn't get time to, and yeah, I definitely should have been thinking more quickly there, because I ran out of time, and I actually ended up making a few mistakes, just because I had to rush at the end. One thing you might be able to see, I only have 16 lands in my deck. That should definitely be 17, and that was just because I went so fast I didn't notice. I actually thought I only had 22 cards before I added lands, that's why I took 1 land away. But I actually had 23 cards, so when I took a land away it went down to 16 lands, and then I added an extra one. I added in the Frost Breath because it looked like a good card to me, and it looked like it could steal some games. But I actually didn't see my Harbor Serpent, is another mistake that I made. I just somehow looked over it completely. That should definitely be in my deck, because a 5/5 that can attack after a while is definitely good enough for sealed, and against any blue deck it's just nutty. So I should have had... I also only have 3 mountains for my 3 red cards, just because that was the suggestion, and I didn't look at it any more past that. That should be probably 4 mountains. I would like to have 4 mountains, just adding a mountain to that, because I have 16 lands. So my 17th land should be a mountain. I want to add in Harbor Serpent, and then I have to take out 2 cards, and I would want to take out probably the Bloodseeker, because that's the worst of my creatures, and then maybe one of the Phantasmal Bears, just because this deck isn't actually all that aggressive. So, I mean, it's a fine Bloodthirst enabler if they don't have any good blockers, but other than that, it doesn't really do a whole lot. So that's what I wish my deck had been, if I had had the time to make those final decisions, which I didn't have. So basically, I just have learned that I should definitely think faster while doing these deck building things, because if you run out of time at the end and you don't get to think, then you might make a few mistakes like I did. So yeah, on to the games.